Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Social media has and will always have a more negative impact on my mental health.
It was detrimental to the way I viewed myself, the way I looked at my friends.
I was actually diagnosed with depression around age 14.
I have personally been diagnosed with both depression and anxiety.
I have friends that do have both anxiety and depression. My sister has depression, and I know that social media makes it worse.
Definitely been able to see people super close to me who their depression has been caused by what they've seen on social media.
I have experienced anxiousness being on social media for a long period of time.
Women say women want to be black on social media. How social media made women undateable. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Yesterday we had a video explaining 5 reasons why women have become undateable, and social media was one of the reasons. As I said in that video, the social media reason is more profound and deserves its own video. So with this video, we dive a little deeper into the impact social media has on women and why it makes them undateable. So before we get into this, we're going to give you some background information about the video we're using to make our point. This video is from Sophia, and it's a social justice project taking a look at the dangers and negative impacts social media has on women of Generation Z. And it's an interesting video. Listen to some of the things she mentions in her intro.
In fact, over the past 20 years, social scientists have found data that specifically relate to how social media has had a major role in teen depression, anxiety, stress, and addiction, which has incessantly plagued Generation Z. As a member of Generation Z, I've experienced all of these feelings before, and I've witnessed them among my friends as well. In researching the dangers about social media, there were 2 excellent documentaries that I watched that helped me view social media in this way: The Social Dilemma and Childhood 2.0. A quote that stood out to me was that one of the greatest consequences of screen time addiction was the lack of social development, social skills, and being able to connect to other people. It makes sense because our generation was the first to start using social media in middle school, when our brains are in their prime time of developing and when we are most prone to insecurities and the need to fit in. The U.S. hospital admissions for non-fatal self-harm cases per 100,000 girls since 2009 was up 166% for girls ages 10 to 14 and up 60% for girls ages 15 to 19. The U.S. suicide death rates per 1 million girls between 2001 to 2010 went up 151% for girls ages 10 to 14 and up 70% for girls ages 15 to 19. These facts are pretty remarkable, yet startling because they are closely related to the invention of social media. This means self-harm and suicide rates among women jumped around the same time MySpace, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram were created and were becoming increasingly popular.
I want to say that social media itself is not the problem because it's a tool, and its impact on individuals depends on how they choose to use it. Men prefer to work with things and women prefer to work with people. Women are emotional, so it's no coincidence that the way women use social media has a major impact on their mental and physical health.
In order to see how social media negatively affects women of Generation Z, I decided to interview 12 women from my community from various backgrounds. Unfortunately, I had technical difficulties and only 5 of the interviews were recovered. This is what they said.
Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
I was in the 9th grade when I was allowed to have social media.
When I was 13
years old when I started using it.
Probably like 11 or 12.
When I was 9,
I use 7 different types of social media.
Instagram,
Instagram,
Pinterest,
Twitter,
Snapchat,
Facebook,
TikTok,
YouTube.
Generation Z gets in touch with it early. It's portable these days. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have a cell phone and an internet connection, you're good to go. According to a study from Stanford Medicine, about 25% of children received phones by age 10.7 and 75% by age 12.6. Nearly all children had phones by age 15. we made a classic must-watch video about a 15-year-old girl getting loads of attention from guys on Instagram. Check this out.
Just thought I would say you're perfect. Like, holy, you're super pretty and seem to have great vibes. So if you get this, I really like. How would someone like myself go about getting the attention of a girl as pretty as you? Hey, you so pretty. Not with an R, with a W. Honestly, you are very attractive and looks super kind. Hope you have a good day. But I just want to say you're amazingly attractive. Oh, I'm amazingly attractive? Yo, I saw you on my For You page and thought you was mad pretty. What is up with guys saying mad? Like, I just don't... Mad pretty. Mad.
That video discusses dopamine and how social media has a big influence on how these modern women get these unrealistic expectations from a young age.
I check my phone multiple times throughout the day.
Unconsciously, I pull out my phone and open an app, and then I'm like, why am I on the app? I just checked it 10 minutes ago, and I end up closing it.
I find myself going on whenever I get a notification, actually.
I do check my phone pretty often during the day, I think out of habit.
I'm opening it for no purpose, just out of habit.
If like I just worked on something for a very long time, I'll reward myself with being able to go on social media.
Since I don't have notifications, I feel more of an urge to check so I could see then like how many likes or comments I got.
So many girls would talk about like how many comments they got or who liked their picture.
The cell phone combined with the social media experience takes away a lot from the offline social dynamics. Check this out.
Put your goddamn phone away.
The most important thing here is to stay off of your damn phone.
Avoid looking at your phone. I know it may seem a little awkward, but simply looking around and engaging with your surroundings will make it easier for somebody else to approach you.
Put it away. When you're on your phone, and I don't understand why this is true because we all are on our phone, it's the most repellent thing to the opposite sex. No one's gonna come talk to a girl who's like on her phone. You just won't. Like, you don't want to interrupt someone who's on their phone. It puts this huge wall between you and the rest of the world. So put it away.
So stay off of your damn phone and look approachable. Look like you want to talk to people. Look like you are happy to speak to people. Look like that.
This goes deeper than not being approached. I remember going to this house party and people were not talking to each other. They were sitting or standing next to each other, but they were on their phones. Same thing with concerts. You see people at the concert filming the performance and watch it back later or post it on social media to let the world know they were there. This woman said it right.
But we're like a socially inept generation. It's like I'm in a room full of 300 people, but I'm on my phone, so technically like I'm alone.
You have to be connected to make a connection. And now people stay connected online and lost the ability to connect offline.
I have definitely felt left out through posts on social media.
I have major like fear of missing out.
I have felt left out before because of seeing something on social media, and it doesn't feel good. I don't think that being left out in general feels good.
If I'm feeling like I'm missing out on things and then I go to social media and see things that I wish I had, that escalates my emotions.
I'd see they all hung out and like did this or that, and then I wasn't invited.
Seeing all your friends going out and then you're like, hey, like, why did I get invited?
Why did they do that? Why did they leave me out?
Even seeing people you don't know going cool places and you're like, dang, I wish that was me.
This is pure gold because this relates to why 80-90% of men are invisible and why 45% of women will be single and childless in 2030. FOMO, the fear of missing out on Chad and Tyrone, the fear of missing out on that luxury lifestyle, the fear of missing out on having it all. I remember when I was in the trenches doing my research and a lady told me that she didn't want to marry young. And I asked her why. Now her answer came down to she was not able to have fun if she would marry young. And then I asked her, you can't have fun with your husband? She paused and looked at me with a facial expression that said, you got me there. It's women that don't want to be in long-term relationships when they are in their prime. Women are responsible for the hookup culture, and the fear of missing out plays a big role in why women engage in this promiscuous behavior. Marriage and children is like the end of a woman's life. That's why they postpone it as long as they can. But the wall is undefeated. And a lot of women learn the hard way that men don't care about their degrees and careers and prefer younger women.
Absolutely. I've compared myself to other people on social media, and the last time was like an hour ago.
I have compared myself to someone on social media before.
I have compared myself to so many people on social media.
I actually used to compare myself a lot to a certain person on social media.
My thought immediately goes to, why can't I look like that? Why don't I look like that? How do I become that?
As a musician, I'm always comparing myself to them, being like, wow, that was so cool. I wish I could do that. Well, I can if I take 50 tries to do it.
As far as beauty standards are concerned, social media definitely raises the bar.
It is very hard when everybody's trying to be like each other, and it just reinforces these beauty standards and just these impossible ideals.
You're always trying to change yourself to what's new, what's trendy.
The idea that white women want to be black is actually a huge one.
People trying to be black.
Whether that's now cornrows are cool or a do-rag is popular to wear.
It's because of social media. A lot of women want to get dreads or like tight corn rolls.
Cultural appropriation being shown on social media and making that normal.
They think it's more a trend rather than someone's culture.
There's
Woo! Now we're gonna piss some people off. If a white woman decides to braid her hair, Kim Kardashian did it, and we all know a lot of women want to be like her. So if Kim Kardashian braids her hair and it's considered cultural appropriation, or she's trying to be black, then what is this? For the people that don't know what's going on, check this out.
She just inspired so many people. Everybody jumped up and the wig came off her hair.
You tell me what's up with these hair hats. We made a whole video talking about the foolishness of wearing weave. Make sure you check that out. But the point is, women are copycats. The approval of the sisterhood is essential. That's why women follow the herd. In that video about weave, we explained that women don't wear weaves and wigs for men. It's all about them and their feelings. The sisterhood is keeping a lot of women single.
Social media has and will always have a more negative impact on my mental health.
It was detrimental to the way I viewed myself, the way I looked at my friends.
I was actually diagnosed with depression around age 14.
I have personally been diagnosed with both depression and anxiety.
I have friends that do have both anxiety and depression. My sister has depression, and I know that social media makes it worse.
Definitely been able to see people super close to me who their depression has been caused by what they've seen on social media.
I have experienced anxiousness being on social media for a long period of time.
1 in 4 women are on antidepressants, man. Let that sink in. Women are undateable because of mental health issues. This modern society is destroying women from the inside out. Women's happiness has been steadily declining since the 70s. Women are not made to be under this kind of pressure. Women have been bamboozled. They told women that they could be like men. They gave women this idea that men were having a ball at work every day. Nah, they worked themselves to death to support their families because the juice was worth the squeeze. But now it's not. Men are opting out willingly. They want none of this. They'd rather stay home and play that video game because it's more rewarding than pursuing these modern women. Can you blame them?
However, this correlation isn't that surprising because ever since the creation of social media, women have reported feeling more left out. We are constantly comparing ourselves to either our friends or models. We are held to higher, unattainable, and unnatural beauty standards. We are more stressed and anxious about how others perceive ourselves and our image on social media. And we even sexualize ourselves to get more likes and compete with one another to get more likes, comments, and followers because we believe that's where our value and purpose comes from. Quote, we curate our lives around this perceived sense of perfection because we get rewarded with these short-term signals of likes, comments, and followers, and we conflate that with truth and value. It really is fake, brittle popularity, and it leaves you feeling more vacant and empty. No wonder women are feeling more anxious, stressed, fragile, and depressed. We have allowed ourselves to be concerned with what hundreds to thousands of people think about us every 5 minutes, and this is not what we are created to be.
Manosphere Reworking. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.